welcome to Mantra Flower Tarot. This is going to be your October monthly reading. I always want to remind everyone, the only way to get a personal reading from me is by following the link in the donation link as well in the description box. Outside of that, I don't have any social media. I won't ask you for money and don't have any other accounts. So please just make sure you're using the links in the description box. All right, Aries. This is your October monthly read. I always want to make sure I remind everyone as well that I do read intuitively. So you'll know if this is your message most likely within the first minute of me doing the reading, because it will resonate. If it doesn't resonate by then, it's most likely not your reading, okay? So don't force it. Don't push the messages, anything like that. When I do the reading, I also get channeled messages. So when anything comes to mind, or I feel it or see it, I will let you know what comes there. Just so you also know, I don't read the cards probably the most traditional way, just because I do read them more intuitively and what energy it's giving off depending on the position that it's in, okay? We will go ahead and use clarifying cards as well. And I accidentally had the deck upside down when I put all these in, so these are all going to be upside down. So I will flip them over. Even if that makes them in the upside down position, I will definitely flip them over for you, Aries, okay? All right, let's get into it. Intuitively, what I automatically feel for the month of October for you, Aries, is going to be, I'm getting like a lot of, I don't know, they're showing me like a picture of like a cotton fluffy bunny. So I'm feeling like, but I'm also getting like fire, like challenges, you know? So maybe there's a challenge with trying to create comfort, or challenge trying to connect is what I'm getting. That's the word they're getting me. A challenge of connection. I don't know if that's connecting with yourself or connecting with someone else, but I'm getting like there's a challenge with a connection or getting a connection, something like that. So this is the Celtic cross, okay, Aries? So let's go ahead and start with position 1. Position 1 is, again, remember these are, I had the deck upside down, so that's why it's turning up that way. In position 1, we have the Devil being clarified by the Emperor. And this is going to be your current energy. And so what I'm getting from this is that there's some kind of addiction or something that you're doing that's preventing you from being the Emperor. Okay, we're reading energy, not gender. So ladies, this could also be you. There's something to do with, I'm getting like, I'm getting told to look at her tail here. And if you look, I don't know if anyone's ever actually looked, her tail is like a grapevine, which is crazy because I was just eating grapes before I was doing this reading and I never noticed that. But they're telling me to look at her grapes. And so grapes symbolically are very much like fertility, okay? Connection, romance. Grapes are very like a grapevine. So there might be some gossiping that you're being involved in, or something down the grapevine, as to say like, you know, that saying, the apple doesn't fall too far from the tree. So it could be like through the family grapevine, but there's some kind of addiction or obstacle or something happening that's preventing you from really reaching the Emperor kind of energy. Okay, Aries, that's what I'm picking up on. For your obstacles and challenge position, we have the Six of Pentacles in reverse being clarified by, oh, you know what? That should be upright. Sorry. Six of Pentacles upright being clarified by the Ten of Swords. So the challenge here is like, being told to look at his pocket, and he's got like a little red handkerchief in his pocket there. So it's something hidden that's creating an imbalance, something you might have put an end to, or I'm getting like you thought you put an end to it, but it keeps popping back up, and every time it pops back up, there's an imbalance. It knocks you off balance. Whatever this is, this addiction that's preventing you from entering into the Emperor energy, whatever it is, it's something you thought you released and let go of, that you walked away from, but it still comes back in. Kind of like, you know, if you're trying to quit smoking, right? And you feel like you're at a good place, you haven't craved a cigarette, you've quit smoking, but then all of a sudden, like, someone walks past you smoking a cigarette, and just that visualization makes you think about like how good it used to feel when you smoked, and all of a sudden you're craving it. So then you go buy a pack, and you know, now you're smoking again. Something like that. Like, that's just an example. It's not that. It could be for some of you, but it's not that specifically. But just as an example, it's like something that you're trying to let go of, or you have let go of, but it just keeps popping back in, okay? And every time it pops back in, it's almost like it puts you back, because you see the guy that has it popping in, he's giving, this merchant here is giving this guy, you know, the crumbs, and he's leaving this guy out, and this guy is the one that has it popping in. So I feel like every time that pops back in, it's creating an imbalance for you, where you're being left out, or you're not getting something here, okay? That's what I'm receiving from that. That's your challenge, that's your obstacle. So whatever that addiction is, or that whatever you're doing that's preventing you from being the Emperor, it's because it keeps popping back into your energy, and it's creating an imbalance. In position 3, we have the High Priestess and the Seven of Pentacles. This is the position of what you need to focus on. So the High Priestess is all about a higher intuitive knowing, and the Seven Pentacles is about watching your seeds grow, being patient while they grow for you. So what I'm getting is you need to focus on your intuition and what it's telling you to invest in. I'm getting like your intuition is telling you to invest more into something, or to, you know, be patient with this project, be patient with this person, this situation. So this month is going to be a lot of patience for you. And what I'm getting is that the more you focus on this in your intuition and being patient so those pentacles can grow, the more this is going to fade, the less you're going to have that thing popping into your mind that takes you back. So what you need to focus on is you intuitively are being pulled in a direction, and it's asking you to be patient in that direction. When you move in that direction, you need to be patient. The seeds are already planted, it's already there, but you need to be patient with that situation that you're being pulled towards. That's what you need to focus on. In your past position, we have the Two of Wands being clarified by the Ten of Cups, okay? So what that's letting me know immediately here is that there is something that you, in the past, that you actively were like looking forward to or wanted to move towards, and that something could have been what you feel is a happy ending or wish fulfillment for yourself, okay, Aries? I'm getting like there was a situation that felt, it doesn't have to be a romantic situation, but there was a situation that you felt was your Ten of Cups. This is the end all be all. This is the perfect situation for me. I'm going to be so happy with it. And you actively were trying to make steps to move forward to it. And it looks like you might have had to travel. So if it was a job, maybe you had to move locations in order to really get to this Ten of Cups. You know, you had to make a sacrifice and move, or if it was a partnership of some sort, you know, you had to travel to meet with that person, or to iron out the details, something around that, okay? And that's in your past. I'm not getting that it's very recent past. I'm getting more like up to 6 months, 3 months, even 2 months. 2 months just came in. So it's not super recent, like it didn't happen just last month, but it's something that might be spewing on your mind. It's still coming up. This could be part of that energy that keeps coming up, is you thinking about the past. Some of you may not have gotten the Ten of Cups. And so the more you keep thinking about it, the more it puts you back in this imbalanced situation that's preventing you from really being the emperor energy that you are. In our next position, we have your strength, which is the Knight of Wands being clarified. Being clarified by the Six of Wands. How beautiful is that? The Knight of Wands, to me, what they're immediately giving me is valor, strength, ability, passion, quickness, fire. It's all about, like, I'm not getting like a necessarily energy of rushing in. I'm more so tapping into the energy of the knight and the strength that they possess. Okay, I'm not getting like a rush in energy, which is typically how people read this. I'm getting more your strength is your ability to be that knight, that passionate knight. You know, you can fight through anything because you have the passion, the drive behind it. It's not about how fast you do it. It's about the energy that you bring with you, okay? And that's what leads you to victory. That's what leads you to success, is that energy. All right, give me 1 second here, Aries. I gotta write down my titles here. Okay. In our next position, we have the near future. Okay. In the near future, we have Seven of Pentacles being clarified by beautiful, the Six of Pentacles. Okay. So it looks like there was some kind of exchange. There was some kind of help. Maybe you donated something is what I'm getting for some of you. I know there's kind of a glare to this. These are the shiny ones. But you could have given someone some money. You could have made an investment. You could have put your money into something, or even been charitable with your money. And now it's like, now you're just watching whatever you did here, that's coming back around to you in the near future, and you're going to start seeing it grow. Okay. So if you put money into an investment account, you're going to start seeing that investment account grow. Okay. You're going to start seeing how it was worthwhile to put your money into whatever you did, because now you're going to watch it grow. You may not reap the bounty yet, but you are seeing the results. In October, you're going to start seeing the results of some kind of money investment that you did, or maybe the results of, like, you let someone borrow money and now they're like telling you, hey, I'm going to give you back this money plus a little extra because it took me so long to pay you back. Something like that, where you're about to watch your bounty grow, okay? And it's because of the investment that you made here. That's in the near future, so that is going to be for the month of October. In our next position, we have the Strength card being clarified by the Sun card. Wow, Aries, you're getting a lot of, like, cards that really belong together, okay? This position is what you need to know moving forward. So kind of like your advice position here, okay? What I'm getting is that your advice here is to remain strong, remain caring, remain within your own strength, but it's all about being caring and having courage to move forward, to move into a new direction. If you see that handmaiden, her hand is quite literally in the lion's mouth, okay? She's almost taming the beast to allow her to open its mouth. She's got one hand on the top, one hand on the bottom. And it's all from being gentle, from being caring, compassionate, from being easy. So what I'm getting for some of you is that your advice, you really need to slow things down and be more with life, okay? Live more in the present and get a deeper understanding and kind of getting in tune with yourself, your own intuition, your own realizations here, okay? And that is being clarified by the Sun, which means if you're able to do that, Aries, you are going to have ultimate happiness and success. If you continue to move forward in a caring, balanced, she has the infinity sign over her head here. So it's all about balance. It's all about thinking long term, okay? If she rushed into that lion, the long-term result would be she'd be living with no hands, okay? So it's like she had to think How am I going to approach this lion? What kind of bond do I need to create with this lion? How do I need to react? And it's like thinking things through so you don't get your hand bit later. Okay, that's what I'm getting for some of you. That's going to bring happiness. In our next position, this is what you're not seeing. What you're not seeing is a 3 of Swords being clarified by 9 of Swords. Immediately what I got from that is you're not seeing that your heart is broken or you're going through some kind of pain or anguish because you're lacking your boundaries. For some reason here, Aries, which you're not typically known for, you don't have boundaries right now. There's something that you're not putting boundaries in place that's creating anguish for you, and you're not even seeing it. You don't even see these boundaries that you're needing to put up to prevent this broken heart here. For a different half of you, which I'm literally getting like half of you is that, and the message that came through for the other half, you're creating boundaries because you have a broken heart, and you're not even seeing that you're creating these boundaries because of this pain. Okay, so this would be like if someone new came into your life and they start giving you compliments and you immediately move away from that person, and to you it's like, oh, they might be untrustworthy, you know, I don't feel like I can trust them because they're giving me compliments, and I just feel like they're up to something, they have hidden motives. So it's almost like you don't even realize that because your heart was broken, maybe from a past relationship or a past person that used to do the same thing, you're creating these boundaries and you're blocking out things that maybe you shouldn't. You're possibly blocking out new opportunities. You're possibly blocking yourself from moving forward. And it's so, and I gave that example because that's actually something I personally had to work through. I didn't realize I was creating certain boundaries because of my past experiences. And so a good way, Aries, to start recognizing yourself doing this, when you get a bad feeling about something or something doesn't sit right with you and you want to move away from it, before acting on that feeling or thought, take time and really assess, why do I feel this way? Why am I picking that energy up? Sometimes it does come in intuitively, but even when you sit with it and you think on it, not overthink it, but just acknowledge your feeling and search inside for why do you feel that way. If it is an intuitive feeling, that feeling will just get louder and it will feel right. It will feel like you don't need to justify why you feel the way you feel. You just know you feel that way. And maybe the person never even gave you a sign or signal for you to react in that way. Usually when it's fear-based, there's something that we heard or something we saw them do that triggered a fear within us because of a past experience. Intuition is usually like you can immediately meet them and they can be the nicest person ever, but you just don't feel good about them. That's usually your intuition, where you don't have a reason why you feel that way, you just do. That's intuition. Fear usually has a reason. You can always search and find a reason with fear. Okay, Aries? In our next position, we have your hopes and fears. We have 3 of Pentacles being clarified by the 4 of Swords. Aries, it's time to rest, okay? I get here that your fear is kind of working with other people or being a part of something and not being able to heal. But your hope is that you can heal so that you can work with other people here, okay? So it's almost like you just need to kind of sit and rest. Allow yourself to heal, Aries. Whatever it is, like, yes, it requires strength and courage to push past pain, but it also requires strength and courage to sit in that pain and allow it to pass naturally. The more that we try to push away a thought or a feeling, the more apparent it becomes. This is because in the universe does not know subtraction. It only knows addition and multiplication, okay? So when you have a negative feeling and you're trying to subtract that feeling, you're putting your thoughts and your energy into pushing that feeling away. What you're actually doing is you're increasing that feeling because you're putting energy and focus onto it, but you're not truly acknowledging it and healing from it when you do that at the same time. So people always think they can delete things, delete feelings, delete thoughts, delete emotions, delete people, but you can't focus on how you delete it. You have to focus on how do you change that energy into something you want. So if you're suffering from heartbreak, instead of focusing on pushing that feeling away and moving forward, focus more on how can I heal myself? How can I love myself? And how can I move forward with the lessons I've learned? Because now the universe is going to give you addition, but it's going to add the thoughts and energy of healing, of learning the lesson and moving past it, of acknowledging and healing and moving on, okay, instead of like negative emotions. The last card we have here is your potential outcome. Beautiful. Aries, okay. We have the Magician being clarified by the the Knight of Cups. So it looks like some of you could be manifesting love right now, and maybe that's why you just really need to acknowledge what your boundaries are that you're creating and you're not realizing it. Because once you not release those boundaries, because boundaries are good, but just make sure you're putting in healthy boundaries that you yourself understand why you're putting those boundaries up, okay? That way you're not blocking out anything actually good for you. And this also involves having the strength and courage to stay positive, to act with a caring way, to move toward that happy ending. But Aries, it looks like for the month of October, you are going to be manifesting some kind of love offer. The Knight of Cups is usually love offer here, but what I'm getting for some of you, it's not just love offer, but it's love for yourself. And that's what some of you are really needing right now, is true love for yourself, true inner love. So it's like you're manifesting this true inner love for yourself so that you can be set free and move forward and love you. And that's how you truly bring in love, is by loving yourself. Let's go ahead and do a oracle card for the whole month. I have to shuffle these because I did organize the deck. I do that every month. Please show me Aries for the month of October. And Aries, if you're still here and this is resonating for you, please make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. It does help the channel significantly by getting that algorithm to share the video more, so more people get the message. Please show me Aries for the month of October 2021. Aries for the month of October 2021. Aries, October 2021. Show me Aries, October 2021. Show me Aries, October 2021. Oh, just one, please. Just one, please. Aries, October 2021. Thank you. It fell on the floor, of course. Oh wow, this is the same card that fell out, and it's the only one that fell out when a bunch of them fell out, and I put them back because it was too many, but it is the only one that flipped over when they all fell out. I'm going to read it from the book, but this is the 3, and it is partnerships and alliances. Okay, let's go ahead and get our handy dandy book here. Okay, all right, Aries. Your universal message for the month of October. Okay. The meaning of this card denotes that you're now starting to see the fruits of your labor take seed and blossom. There may still be a lot to do, but watch out for synchronicities, which could bring opportunities to form connections or unexpected alliances that may create something new. These could assist you in gathering resources for future projects. Let me turn the page here. With all partnerships, always remember that there has to be an even exchange of energy. If you give too much, whereas your partner gives too little, it will leave you feeling energetically drained and cause potential disharmony in the union. There must be overall balance with the alliance in order for it to work and blend together for optimum results. This card reminds you that success comes in many forms, even from the most unlikely sources. Have an open mind when listening to others. All right, Aries. So bringing it all together for the month of October, what I'm seeing here is that you are definitely going to be seeing something pay off, some kind of investment that you made already. You're going to finally start seeing that come back around to you. You may not reap those benefits right away, but you will see them. And you also need to focus more on healing yourself and really being more self-aware. Understanding what direction you want to go in and why you want to go in that direction, so you can really process your emotions internally, your thoughts. Knowing and being self-aware is what's going to help you move past whatever energy has you stuck, or whatever, whatever kind of energy keeps coming back around for you that's really like causing you pain or anguish or just being a nuisance. You have the strength to move past it. You have the ability to absolutely move past this. So just being more self-aware for the month of October is going to help you move on. That's all I have for you, Aries. Thanks.